Hello FIFA fans and welcome to the third episode of the second season in the Academy story. It is the 1st of October and we're doing good. We are sitting at the top of the championship, 9 games played, 8 wins, 1 loss, 23 goals for, only 7 goals against. Watford are only 1 point behind us, but we're comfortable, we're good, we're cruising, that's all we're doing. So we've got 5 games in the month, first game against Nottingham Forest. And they're actually near enough bottom of the table. They're in the relegation zone. So this is going to give us a good opportunity to try out this little bad boy here, this formation. We're going to try it, see how it gets on, because it's putting Luna in a more advanced role. And it's been a couple of games, actually, since he's scored. He is our top goal scorer at the moment with 5 goals. But we just tried this formation out. It may backfire, but if we're against bottom of the league, I'm hoping it's not going to be that detrimental for us to use this formation. Hopefully we won't lose. Besides that, kind of a mixed bag really. We got Barnsley, we got then MK Dons, Wolves and Ipswich. So it should be a pretty strong month for us, I reckon. There's no massive contenders there. No disrespect to the teams, but what I mean is nothing that we can't handle here. So let's have a look at, first of all, because it's the first, we know what that means. Old Derek is going to do his training. Let's see who he's going to train. So I reckon this is quite an easy one. Guzman has been absolutely on form. Last couple of games, he's been mint. And we know he's got pretty good physical stats. The acceleration there, 88, sprint speed 91. The thing that really lets him down is his technical ability. When I say lets him down, that's a bit harsh. It just could do with a little bit of work. His ball control, his dribbling. When you've got pace combined with dribbling, ball control, you've got a winning combination there. So we're gonna throw him in with Derek and see if we can improve those dramatically. Right then, Derek, how has he got on? Dribbling was 79. And boom, 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 boom. It's going up to 80. Has it? The dribbling stopped there? On 82. 81, 82? I can't quite forget. 82, right. So dribbling goes up to 82. But yeah, he's gone up well. Derek's done well. That's the important thing. Now, of course, at the end of the last episode, we got this new lad, Mazepov, from Russia. And we changed him up. We've taken away that tuck-in and we've given him a little bit of customization. But we haven't actually got anyone who's got the low socks. I know it doesn't really make much of a difference, but I think we'll keep it like that. And Mazepov's going to get a game straight away against Nottingham Forest because we mixed up the formation. We know that Hendricks isn't playing too well, and this is a good opportunity for Mazepov to come in and show what he's made of. And the guy really, he really doesn't look very friendly. He looks like he's probably not got many friends, but maybe on the pitch he's completely different. I definitely don't want to mess with him. I'm interested to see how he's going to get on when he's given the opportunity, really. Now, we're having a look at this player, Sandoval, and thank you very much everyone who voted in the poll, whether or not we should sell him or loan him. And I'm not going to lie, my gut instinct, I was thinking, sell him, let's get rid of him. But you guys aren't as harsh as I am, and you want to give him a chance to go away and develop. So we're gonna stick him out for loan. Add to the loan list, and hopefully come January we're going to get some offers in and he can go out, develop, and then maybe next year he can come back, or we'll see how we get on. Based on that, guys, because we're loaning him out, what we need to do is we need to actually sit down with him, because otherwise we'll loan him out and then he'll never come back. So let's have a little sit down with him. So here we are, we're at the end then. He accepted a sporadic squad role. I'm kind of disappointed because maybe we could have gone for prospect. A 2-year contract, which is what he asked for, and we're not going to give him any more than that because we don't know, where he's going to be. He wants 5,800 signing bonus. I mean, I don't know how much money we have, I'll be honest, but let's accept it, and then we'll find out kind of later on the season if we are really struggling. We can't commit anyone to contracts, but accept that. So happy days. We've got him for 2 years. We'll send him out on loan, and fingers crossed he goes out. He looks very smug there and enjoys his time away. So what we'll do is we're going to sit down with a few more players. Of course, last episode we sat down with a few players. We're going to sit down with Rose, we're going to sit down with Oscar, and we're going to sit down with Smith. I've missed out Hendricks. He needs to start improving. I'm not going to sit down with Hendricks and offer him the world when he's not even scored a goal this season. So yeah, Rose, Oscar and Smith. Guzman is on a 5-year deal anyway, so we're happy with that. Let's see how we get on with Rose. Okay, so we've just caught up with Rose then, and he wanted a crucial role. He would only commit to a 3-year contract, no release clause, and he wants 15 grand. We're going to have to accept it. I'm going to check the transfer budget after this because I'm hopefully not making too much of a mistake with committing all these players and we haven't actually got the money there. So we'll accept that, and then we'll have a little quick look at the budget. I'm hoping it's not going to... I don't know how it works. If you haven't got enough money to offer the player what they want when we're sat down, but we might find that out. Let's put it 50-50, 14k. Let's go back and see if we can we're able to negotiate with the other two players. Because if they don't offer, if we haven't got the money to pay them, then that's not good. At the end with Oscar then, and the negotiations are pretty good. Important player, 4-year contract, very happy with that. He wants 11 grand a week, signing bonus of 155 grand, appearances 115 after 10. I don't really play around too much with the bits at the bottom because every time I seem to do it, they just seem to come back and they're like, nope, we want this. So it's not really much for a negotiation. We'll accept that, and hopefully there's not going to be like any dramas. No, all good, we've got him. So coming to the end of the negotiations with Frank Smith then, and we got him an important, only a 3-year contract length, which is a bit gutting him, but there's not a lot we can do. They just outright won't accept any more sometimes. He wants 14,500, and again, like similar types of bonuses. We accept that, we're happy with that. Just the contract length, a little bit disappointed with, but these players they're getting paid a lot more than they were. He was on 2,100, so yeah, he's blown that out of the water really. We will of course be catching up with Nigel at the end of the month, at the end of the episode, to see what traits, hopefully, Rose has gained, and also Oscar. So yeah, we're going to smash through the games now because October is quite a quiet month in terms of what can actually happen. The transfer window's closed. We've got very few contracts and things. There's not a great deal, you know, that can happen. The important thing is for the lads to focus, to get as many points as they can on the table. Team selection is going to be quite an important thing. We're going to be having a lot of rotations. We want to keep everyone fit, that's for sure. We're going to try out this new formation, which will be interesting. And then at the end of the episode, we'll have a nice little summary like we always do. We'll see who's progressed, we'll see who's playing well. A big episode for sure for Hendricks because now we've got Mazepov. If he comes in and has a stormer, of course Gonzalo's safe. He's safe as House is, but I mean, if Mazepov comes in and he's straight bagging the goals left, right, centre, it's going to put pressure on Hendricks. So will he meet that pressure, come out and impress us all, or is he going to go in himself a little bit in a non-really weird way, emotionally going in himself? So yeah, let's just crack on with the matches, guys.
So here we go then, Nottingham Forest against ourselves, and we are changing up the formation as we know. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a difficult game. They are of course 23rd in the championship and we are first, so there's a huge gap. They have actually not won a game by the looks of it, which isn't good. We are sitting top as the best defensive team at the moment. Goals against 7, but we are drawing with Watford and also Crystal Palace, which is no surprise really. At the start we said they were going to be the two teams that would probably push us, and they probably will all the way to the end of the championship. But the new formation is as follows with these players: Uber, Reese and Al-Dasadi in defence. For Steele and goal we've got Smith in midfield as a central defensive role. We've got Oscar and Rose on the flanks either side, Abbas and Fuentes the forward men, and then of course Gonzalo. It's going to be a nice big test for Luna this, and I'm hoping for great things. Fantastic ball into Luna. Still Luna. Oh, and Luna puts it over the top. That's disappointing just before half time. And to be honest, so far this formation, it took a deflection, but the formation's not going well so far. You can really notice the midfield, we haven't got the support, and they are getting through very easy. And I think up front, people are very isolated at the moment. So not quite working out. Can we get anything just before half time? No, we can't. What a ball. Is this Mazepov? Very unselfish of him. And Torres Nilo, who's just been on the pitch. That's 2 substitutions that have just been on the pitch. Not very long at all. And they both link up. Well, I say not very long actually. They've been on. We brought them on the 65th minute. So the new man, Mazepov, doing very well there, very unselfish of him, and yeah, finding Torres Nilo, and a very calm and pretty simplistic finish, to be honest. Right, this is where we can get the counter attack. Can Abbas play in Mazepov? That's a penalty. It doesn't matter because he scores on his debut. Mazepov gets the goal, and it's taken in one game. He gets the goal, what Hendricks hasn't been able to find. And that is amazing. It would have been a penalty. And to be honest, I kind of wanted a penalty because I wanted us to show that we can take them. But more importantly, we haven't had a penalty in open play before. Oh, what a finish. That was so nicely finished in the end. And that was on his left. Goalkeeper, not sure who he is at that point. But 2-0. And yeah, at this point, it should be a confirmed 3 points. And the mean Russian man does it. Oh, we've got an injury. Hopefully he's alright. That's the full-time whistle. It looks like Hubert. He's just gone down holding his shoulder. And a last little flurry from then. But we get the 3 points, which is brilliant. Another 2-0 win. And more importantly, a fantastic performance there from Mazepov. There he is, getting himself an assist and getting himself a debut goal. And yeah, if I was Hendricks sat on the bench, I would be a little bit worried with that. So just before we go into the next game, Hendricks has had the cheek to knock on the door. And he said he's seen the provisional team and I'm amongst the subs. I've been playing well. I mean, is this guy for freaking real? I've been playing well, so I really want to keep that momentum going, boss. He's not helping himself out at all. And, you know, because of that, he's not going to get a game now. Because I hate it when they come to the office and say that he's been playing well. He hasn't scored a goal. Yes, he's got a rating of 7, but if he's getting no assists, he's not getting goals. I mean, the contribution to the team, he hasn't done anything as far as I'm concerned. Yes, he might have a good pass accuracy and things, but to come to the office and say to be chosen over Gonzalo, who's doing well, Mazepov is doing well, it's not acceptable. He stays, you know what, he's being dropped. He's not even going to be on the bench. He's being dropped to the reserves for that. So going into next game ourselves, and we are against Barnsley then. Okay, so having a look at the lineup then, we can see the bench, and we can see that Hendricks isn't amongst those on the bench, which what we know. We've reverted back to our formation tactically. Last game didn't feel right. We've got the stealing goal. Cordoba gets the game with Reece and Aldasadi. Henriquez and Bello in midfield, freshening that up. Oscard and Guzman starts up the front there. Gonzalo. Oh, Gonzalo, what a finish. He doesn't need any time at all on the ball. And that's pretty much the first chance of the game we've had. And Gonzalo takes it absolutely beautifully. He had to take it quick, got played back into him by Guzman, just took a touch, through the legs of the defender, and that was just no movement in air, as straight as an arrow. Goalkeeper not going to have a chance at saving that, and we go 1-0 up at home against Barnsley. And yeah, we're just unstoppable at the moment. Attacking wise, we are unstoppable. Torres, Nilo wins the ball, and that is shocking by them. And he puts it wide. Wow. Torres Nilo hitting the bar there. Not his day so far. He's missed pretty much a sitter, and he's just hit the bar. Fantastic run on the outside there by Guzman. Lovely turn by Guzman. Oh, and they make a fantastic tackle, which is just crazy. It's the tackles are so prolific on that side. A red card! A freaking red card! What on earth has just happened? In what world is that a red card? The other player was all over him. He just attempted a trick. And I can't believe that. Guzman had just been sent off. So just in the back of that red card then, we're bringing on Montenegro and we're bringing off Torres Nilo. Hasn't really been his game, Nilo. And we're also bringing on Luno because now we're a man short up front. We're going to bring him on so that hopefully on the counter-attack he can offer something. Play in Rose, just find the seeking ball. Rose all the time. And he puts it wide. What is happening in this game? That is absolutely ridiculous. Right, now this is where we want to try and get something from things like corners because they're few and far between at the moment. Oh, Reece there got up so high, and that was a full-on power header. And he's disappointed. He knows he should have done better there. Another chance really that's gonna miss. Oh no, no, no. Oh, what a finish. The 70th minute, we've just in the process of making a substitution as well. We're bringing off Rose, who's just flagging a little bit. We're going to bring on Arnie Jacobs. It would be nice to go full out attacking here, but I just reckon we get punished again, really. I mean, what a lovely pass. Just took out the 3 players there. Oh, that's just really, really well worked. I mean, 10 men or not, that's always going to end up in the back of the net. Oh, no. And, yeah, 90th minute. I said, I knew this was, you know, you just have a gut feeling because we have missed, like, a catalogue of chances. And, I mean, it's just silly. 90th minute, the lads should know what they should be doing there. Just trying to hold the game. Yeah, the pressure was on. But they deserved that win, and that's not because how they played, but really how we played. We just didn't play well enough. Quite disappointing overall performance for all the players. So here we go then, away from home against MK Dons, and a massive change in the team here. There was only a few days rest, well, a few days in between the matches. And after the last game, really, a lot of the players are probably lacking a little bit of confidence because they deserve to win the game. So we're freshening things up for those 2 reasons. One, for the stamina, but also to just try and get back on the winning track. So having a look how we line up, then we can see the substitutions. Hendricks has been brought back in. Gonzalo is quite tired. But looking at the starting team, we got Walsh in goal, Faye, Callis and Desardi at the back. We got Smith and Berglund, who are going to hold the midfield. Abbas and Torres, Joseph Torres on the left. And on the right, Torres Nilo, his brother, and Fuentes. And then we got Mazepov starting up front. And hopefully he is going to impress us a lot. Right, first corner. Let's see. Can we get anything? Ooh. Take a touch. Take a shot. And it's bounced back out of the goal. What on earth is going on here with the finishing? Joseph Torres. Oh. 2 brothers there. This is becoming crazy. The finishing. I don't know what is going on. He cut inside. Puts it on a plate for him. Come on, Abbas. Oh, we hit the bar again. Come on, Edwards, lad. Fresh on the pitch. Sees Luna. Luna. Oh, lucky as anything. Luna. Oh, what a save. Abbas. Oh, right at the goalkeeper. 2 minutes at a time. 2 minutes of added time, and no, lads. Oh, thank God for that. Isn't it? That is it. Full-time whistle, guys. 0-0. Another very, very frustrating game. Just the chances are there. They're just not taking them. They just can't put them in the back of the net. I don't know. The team's been mixed around. Hendricks came on. Guess how many touches he had? 0. Not 1 touch. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, guys, we got a point. Not the worst thing that could happen, but after a loss and a draw, people will probably start asking us a few questions now about whether or not our form's kind of ran out a little bit. Here we are, then we go into the 4th game of the episode, ourselves against Wolves, and out of the 3 games that we've played, we've picked up 4 points. We've, of course, drew the last game, very frustrating, lots of chances, and the game prior to that, the one that we actually lost, again, very frustrating. So it's 1st against 3rd. So this is going to be very likely a difficult game for us. It would be fantastic if we can get 3 points from it. I think it will start putting us back on the right path for sure. We still are the best defensive team. We have just 9 goals against us, which is of course fantastic. So having a quick look at the lineup then. Gonzalo leads the pack, and then we got Guzman and Rose either side. Oscar coming in with Montenegro, more defensive there. We got Bello and Henriquez in midfield. That will be a big test for them. Uber, Reese and Cordoba in defence, and then for Steele returns in goal. Rose in a lot of space here to run. Played in Gonzalo. He should be onside. Gonzalo. Oh, just puts it wide. That is not like him. Oh, it's just adding to the list of misses. So we come into the second half then, 0-0 again, and chances miss left, right, centre. And it's just not getting any better, guys. Or is it? It is! Straight from half-time then, and a fantastic ball from Rose, and finally, a chance goes in, and so well played. Lovely finish from Gonzalo, lovely play from Rose. I mean, the goalkeeper should have saved that, but we don't care. We've missed so many over the last couple of games. Let's just, hopefully that will give the team the confidence they need to just push on and get more goals. Uber, you played fantastic. Oh, he's just given a freaking penalty. Oh, you're kidding me. How did that just happen? How has that just happened? Right, let's have a look. Uber was containing it, and then Henriquez. What are you doing, lad? Coming in the back of him like that. Oh, damn it. Come on for Steele, buddy. Come on. Okay, has he got this? Has he got this? Oh, that is pathetic. That is pathetic. Yes, Gonzalo! Absolute hero. All out attack. Oh, we needed that goal so badly. Oh, that was good, and the whole team is celebrating together, and the whole team needed that. Nice little bit of work there. A great touch from Gaj, who hasn't been on the pitch for too long, and Gonzalo just hits it, just gets his foot through it, and we go 2-1 up. Let's see if we can just get this win. There's the full-time whistle. That is a valuable 3 points to us, but more importantly, we get the win. That we needed that win. It wasn't looking good partway through that, especially after the penalty. And looks like twin brothers there were just shaking each other's hands. But yeah, we get the 3 points, and hopefully one more game left now, and fingers crossed we can finish that one with a win as well. So here we go then, final game of the episode. It's ourselves, and we're against Ipswich. We are away from home, and of course it's been a bit of an up and down run so far. We've won 2, we've lost 1, and we've drawn 1. So this will be quite nice if we can really end basically the episode with a win. That would be fantastic. So this is how we line up then. Having a quick look at the substitutions there on the right. But the lineup itself, a very, very strong team, very rested. For Steele and goal, Faye, Callis and Aldasardi in defence, very strong. A very strong midfield as well, Smith and Luna. On the left, we got Oscar and Abbas. On the right, Fuentes and Rose and Gonzalo up front. So, I would say, probably our strongest team here. We are looking for the 3 points, that's for sure. Look at Oscar making that powerful run. Keep going, lad. Keep going, keep going. There's no one back post. Luna, and it ends up in the back of the net. And Luna using his strength there and using his size just to bully the defender, and a pretty soft header, but it was lofted, and that's what did it. It just took it up, and then the goalkeeper, yeah, couldn't do anything about that. And in 6 minutes in, we go 1-0 up. Fantastic work initially from Oscar. Very poor cross. We got very lucky, and that header is fantastic. He heads it onto the defender, and yeah, the goalkeeper wouldn't have a clue of that go, and very lucky. For all the chances that have been missed and been hit in the post and things, that one did benefit us a lot. So 1-0 up. Yes, Mazepov. Get in there. Oh, these counter-attacks. We've been trying to put them together. They've been pushing for so long. And they just keep on. They're defending like juggernauts. And Mazepov, he's come on. And we finally, on one of these counter-attacks, we get the breakthrough. The defender just leaving him there. And what a ball that was. And a nice slick finish into the corner. And oh, yes, that's pretty much sealed it. We're going to get the 3 points. And that's what we came for. Well, in Mazepov. Just keep bringing it, lad. Keep bringing it. Mazepov. So quickly after he's just scored a goal. I mean, maybe Ipswich just gave up, but he just absolutely abused the defenders. Look at this. I mean, he does them inside. Just keeps on running. Takes it to the byline. And then Torres there. Just all he has to do is get something on it, which he just about does. And very nice indeed. He gets himself a goal, and Mazepov gets himself an assist as well, turning out to be quite a formidable striker, I'd say. That is the full-time whistle then. We win it in the end, 3-0, very comfortable win. A very nice final game for the episode, of course. We still have a fair bit to come in terms of having a look at the players, having a look, of course, at Nigel and things like that. But that's it for the games. Pretty happy overall. What we got in the end in terms of points, but we'll have a little look at how we've done overall.
So we have smashed the whole of October. We are now on November the 1st. Of course, it has been a mixed bag. We won the first game against Nottingham Forest, which was great. We lost against Barnsley, and then it was a draw 0-0 against MK Dons. A bit frustrating that one, I remember. We won against Wolves, and then we won very well indeed against Ipswich. So to be fair, 10 points out of a potential, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So not too bad at all. So as we know, it's been a couple of months, and Nigel has returned with the players that he has trained, and we've got some nice traits coming in. So we'll look at Rose first of all. Now Rose, the trait he's managed to pick up is an early crosser. Now we know that Rose is fantastic at crossing the ball. We can see that 93. So that's a nice little trait that's very relevant really to his skill set. Obviously the other player was this workhorse legend Oscar, who I'm such a big fan of, and his trait I think is very, very fitting. Team player. He's had the past 2 seasons, the behind closed doors and the one, of course, that we aired, he had the most appearances both seasons. He is such a team player. He doesn't get injured very often. He is very unselfish, and he just does what needs to be done. So whilst I was having a little look around at kind of what are the things we can go through before we end the episode, this was one which I didn't actually realise. We've got a high priority on finish the season with a 2.6 million unspent allocated funds. We can see the budget. We've only got 298 grand left, and that's probably going to be quite difficult to pick up unless we sell a player. So I've got some news that you may or may not like. We're talking about this guy, Berglund. Okay, now when we signed this guy a couple of seasons ago, I had such high hopes for him. I looked at his stats. I mean, I remember talking about his height, good attacking work rate, good defensive work rate. He had 5-star skill moves, fantastic. And I remember looking at his stats, nothing there physically that stood out, but I thought he could develop into someone amazing. And you look at those dribbling, mate, 89, ball control, 84, long shot, 77. The problem is, we've got a lot of players that have those technical abilities that are good, but more suited to their play style. And with Berglund, I'm pretty much noticed that every game he's playing, he's just not a standout performer at all. And based on the objective we need, and based on the fact we haven't actually sold anyone, I put it up to you guys whether or not you wanted Sandoval to be sold, and you said loan. But I think it's going to be best for the team that we sell Berglund. Now, never say never, because he might come back to us in the future, in a couple of seasons' time. When I did this behind closed doors myself last year, I would sell players, and then I'd realise actually they've developed quite a bit. We buy them back. So he's a 74. He's got a lot of room to improve, and I think we can cash in on him. So he's worth 11 million, so we know we're going to make a nice hefty profit on him before we have to sit down and, of course, discuss his, because he's on 4,400. So I think it's the right move to make. So come January, Berglund will be listed. I'll tell you what, we're actually listing right now because we might get offers prior to January. So we're going to add him to the transfer list. We're not going to rush into it. We'll wait for the right offer to come in. And hopefully when it does, we can look forward to getting some cash monies. So I thought I'd just quickly mention that the player that we've just been talking about with the traits, Oscar, he got Player of the Month. And that's the second time he's won that. I don't know how it's calculated, the Player of the Month, but he's the only player that's ever won it. And I mean, he deserves it. So a nice little shout out to Oscar for that. We're still at the top of the league. Okay, so we played 14. We've won 11 games. We've only drawn 1 and we've lost 2. We've got 31 goals for, and we've only conceded 10, which is still number 1 in terms of the defensive ability we've got, which is fantastic. Like I said, because of the formation we play. So we've got 34 points, which is great because it means that we've got a nice 4-gap cushion between us and Watford. And then there's six points between us and Crystal Palace. So, we'll get into good stead, and hopefully we just keep building momentum because I do really want to get promoted. The players are absolutely developing rapidly, and they're developing a lot quicker than I anticipated, to be honest. When I did this in FIFA 17, they didn't develop quite as quick as this. But it's good because we want to get to the Premier League when a lot is going to change. I won't ruin the surprise there, but there's a lot of changes coming when we do hit the Premier League. Just before we end the episode, we're going to have a very quick look at a few key things. Sandoval's unhappy, we know, but generally morale is okay. I mean, Fuentes, it's game time, I think, so we'll start paying a little bit more because we don't want to lose him. Berglund, he's gone. And Walsh, again, it's game time. But for Steele, I would pick over him. We're trying to rotate him more. The problem is we haven't had many cup games and things, so I am favouring, the certain players that are proving it week in, week out. But we will take this into consideration. Gonzalo's content, and maybe that's because, I don't know, maybe frustration because he thinks he should be playing at a bigger club. I don't know, but we did lock him down that 5-year deal. But everyone else is very happy. Gonzalo is leading the race in terms of the goals for the team. He's got 7 goals and 2 assists, and he's got a 7.9 average, which is fantastic. Luna is second, 6 goals, and he's got 1 assist. Abbas doing okay, kind of again quiet down for this episode, but 3 and 3. In terms of assists, Gaj, surprisingly, Gaj is up there. He's got 5 assists, and he is literally a super sub because we can bring it on pretty much anywhere. And I know it says striker centre forward, but I play him on the right and the left just because we can't always guarantee him that spot up front, and he seems to fulfil that job very well. So looking at overall growth then, Guzman has grown quite a lot, and he's going to become an immense player because this is surprising really. The season that we had a few seasons ago, I wasn't really a big fan of him, but now when he comes on, he has a massive impact, and that turn of pace is so noticeable. And the dribbling and ball control, he is developing. That finishing, 85, he's turning into a very, very good player. Everyone else is growing very steadily. I mean, the standout is Gonzalo, and we can see that right now. He's worth 43 million. 43 million. And this is a worry. Like, that has jumped massively. We sat down with him not so long ago with that 133 million release clause. He's now worth 43 million. We can't sit down with him yet, but I think it's going to be worth sitting down with him definitely later on in the season if we can, to get that release clause boosted up. Because it won't be long before someone comes in, I imagine, and snatch him away, which will be very bad for us considering the form of one striker in particular, Hendricks. So we go into November for the next episode, and a relatively quiet month for us. We've only got 4 games, which is good. It means it gives us a little bit of time perhaps to focus on a few other things. We got Derek, but this is at the point now in the season, it always gets to it really, as in kind of real life now. We're in November, where you just want to get the push really to January. Christmas time can be quite busy in terms of the games, but a lot can open up in January, and for ourselves, we know we got the tokens to use on the players, so that's where a lot of the development can go. We can really assess then who we're going to get rid of, because if Hendricks, for example, doesn't start picking up his game at all by January, hopefully he will, but if he doesn't, then there might be a few question marks about what we do with him. But other than that, guys, we're going to call it a day there for the episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you did enjoy it, if you could hit the like button, it's a good way of letting me know that you are enjoying this series. Also, if you'd like to subscribe for my future content, that would be fantastic. Besides that, thanks for watching. Take it easy.